Hello. How's it going, friends? It's Thursday. It's Thursday. It feels like it's been a really long week. And not sure why, but that's how it feels. So I hope you don't feel that way. I hope you feel like it's a new day. It's a new beginning. And you have loads of energy. It's been fall weather for sure, where it's chilly in the morning, cool at night, but then it warms up because I have a solar exposure, huge windows all along the southern western exposure of my building. So this time of year, I make a fire in the wood stove, and then by 11 the sun comes pouring in, and it's way too hot in here. It's a tricky thing. So I'm Lucinda. Hello. Today and tomorrow is all clearance vintage jewelry. I've got $1, $2, $3, $5, $10, $12, and $15 items. And I would like to get through all of it in the next 2 days. So that's the plan. I will go through some of the one, then I will move to two, then I will, etc. And I will do the same tomorrow. So I put in a little note, claim by the item, because I'm going to move fast. I'm not going to do lots of detail, what decade, if there's a maker, if there's something unique, I'll drop it. But otherwise, I'm just going to hold it up and tell you a smidge and keep going. So if you are running a little late with deciding, put it in the chat. A few minutes later, 5 minutes later, I know what bin it goes in because it's going to go right back in that bin. And we're solid. I don't do recaps. Hi, Monica. How's it going? Nice to see you. Oh. Ooh, Central Illinois. Way cold, girl. I've been through it on the train. I've been through it in the summer when it's unbearable, but all up in the Chicago area. And kind of in the winter, Chicago, the windy city, no joke. Karen, hey sissy, what's going on? My sister over here, Karen, is a great grandma. She's a great grandma. Karen, how's that baby doing? Hi, Perla. How are you? Nice to see you. So, I live in Northern California. So that's where I ship from. This is, I better make a note of it. Week 2. Whoops. Sorry, I was sorting things into slots. Week 2 of my 2-week Build-A-Box. So tomorrow will be the last day of the Build-A-Box availability. And then I will roll over into a new 2 weeks. Now, I bill through PayPal. I ship through Pirate Ship. Yada, yada. On Sunday, I'm going down to the Bay Area to hang out with my daughter, who I have not seen since her pop, my father, died in the beginning of March. In person. Well, that's not true. She came up here to spread his ashes, but I haven't hung out with her, and I haven't been able to bear going back down to the Bay Area and, maybe drive by my family home that's gone. And just the memories. So, yeah. So that said, that means I'm going to be taking everyone's boxes, not from Becky and Randy's cell. Not from that. That's all being shipped out before I leave. The last 2 are going out tomorrow. But anything in the 2-week Build-A-Box is going down to the city. I will be invoicing and shipping it from the San Francisco Bay Area. And then, so I'm just doing business here. Sorry. Got to get it out of the way. It's a part of it. I am on Friends Selling with Friends on the 28th. And then I am doing Friday the 31st Halloween sale. And those Friends Selling with Friends will be separate, invoiced out and billed out. The 31st will be the new week 1 of the 2-week Build-A-Box. If I don't know you, and you bid on something, you win it, you want it, then you need to send to my email address here, please, and thank you. Your YouTube name, your regular name with shipping address and zip code, all in one line if you can. And then below that, separate, your PayPal email address. Because don't assume that I know that the email you emailed me from is your PayPal email address, because often it isn't. And then I go through a whole circular thing and it looks like I'm harassing you, and I don't want to do that. Denise is up in the house. What's up, Denise? How come you're not at some sale? Yeah. And I say that in all seriousness. My girl Denise over here is always somewhere selling with someone like 10 days a week. Oh my good Lord. San Jose. It's hot in San Jose. Okay, so I'm going to start out with some $1 items. Again, I'm going to hold them up. You drop in the chat. Oh, the electrician. Well, Denise, so I've been married to an electrician forever. Is he checking your shorts? Had to say it. Yeah. Okay. So. Oh, it's a ridiculous but timeless electrician's joke. Hello, lady of the house. I'm here to check your shorts. Oh, he's found it. He's definitely doing that. Okay, so these items start at $1. I'm just going to go. Let's see what happens, y'all. And we'll see what happens to these items. I have an idea, but so this is an Avon gold burnished apple brooch. Yep. It's about almost an inch tall. $1. If you want it, put apple. And like I said, I'm going to put it back in the box. I'm going to keep going. So, and I don't have a mod. So we'll see what happens. Okay. And I'm not going to put the price in every time because this is, dollars. I got this. I don't know who the heck this is. So there you go. Came in a lot. Ermish. It is a gold shiny sparkle stretch bracelet. Not worn at all. Like worn as in the stretchy is worn. $1. Trying to put those things on the side. Now, I like these, but I could never get them to sell. So finally, I'm just like, well, let's see what's going to happen here. Hold on. Sorry. $1. This one is backwards. $1 smoky rhinestone on gold invisible wire hanging earrings. They're about 1.5 inches long. I think they're great. $1. Okay, I'm going to move away from the $1 in a little bit here. This I haven't been able to sell because, hey, Karen, did you tell me how that great is doing? This necklace. Why does it look? I guess that has a bowl of the vintage faux pearls and what is this? Like the beige amber with pink AB stones. Someone took a necklace apart and braided it onto macrame. It is a over the head necklace. It's about 26 inches long. $1. You know, you could take this apart for the beads. Someone went to a lot of trouble, but hey, do what you want. You could maybe even wrap it around like a necklace. Yay, Karen. Nice. I love it. Hey, Jessica. Hello, hello, you. Okay, I'm going to do one more dollar item, and then I'm going to move. So you just put the item in the chat. This is a cream 1970s, 1980s metal. So it's like, I want to say brass. Probably brass. Bracelet. What size is it? Fits me. So 7.25. Very lightweight. Really nice and demure. Demure. Okay. So those were those items. Let's move to $2. I will put it in. Boom. Just like that. See, I'm moving fast today because I have a lot of items on clearance. You'd be surprised. This is, I believe it's either for your wrist or possibly for your ankle. Likely from Hawaii. These beautiful shells, the little green dyed shells. They might not be dyed. It might actually be that color. And it is braided with like a raffia type thing, and then you tie it on. And you know, you see the dancers in Hawaii, or if you've ever seen pictures of them doing their native storytelling dancing, this would be something again on the ankle or on the wrist. It would be fantastic for a little hippie kid. $2. Okay. Look at these. I've had forever. So drop the name of the item in the chat because I'm not coming back. I don't do recaps. Not happening. This stuff will come back tomorrow. I'm not showing all of it, and I'm doing a quick sale. 1970s, 1980s, genuine mother of pearl, pineapple. They're about a half an inch. Yep, 1970s. They have the rounded post backs. Yep. Mother of pearl. I think they're great. I'm just not a big mother of pearl person, or they'd go in my drawer. $2. Now, this is a thing. People collect this stuff. I don't. And it needs the chain to go on it, which if you're handy in any way, you can do it. Where is it? How is everyone? Is everyone happy? So this is, oops, it's upside down. It is the ambiguous, not ambiguous, it's not the right word. Infamous horse. It's like a Pegasus. That is a real crushed turquoise. It is a cuff bracelet. And this, it's not sterling silver. This was the ring. And so the way this worked is that this would go on your wrist and the ring would be, I don't have any fingers. I got too many things on. The ring goes on your finger. It has a chain and it connects to the bracelet. Is this Chanel? Is this, I can't remember who made this, but it's one of those designers. It was a big deal in the 80s. big deal in the 80s. Ew. God, Karen, I'm so sorry. So both of these, $2. And, you could yank that circle right off. Or you could chain them back together. And for the life of me, I'm sorry, but I can't remember who this designer is. And it doesn't say. And it's not sterling silver. But this was a big... Anyone else remember this in the 80s? And if you do and you know who the designer is, tell me. Tell me. Because I don't remember. Okay. Here is another. Yeah, Jessica. Horses and me never got along. They knew that I was afraid of them because I'm really short and I was like, 110 pounds. And so they would just take off running and try to knock me off under tree branches. And I got to ride a couple times, long rides with a friend who owned horses up in the Berkeley Orinda Hills in the Bay Area. But yeah, that was it for me. I was like, no, I'm scared of these guys. So this is a really nice blingy stretch bracelet, $2. And again, if I felt that this was going to break any second, I would not be bringing it up. You're short, then you're short, but you love horses. So you must not be afraid of them. You might have been raised around them too. I think that makes a big difference. I wasn't. I mean, I was raised kind of in a little bit of a farm area, but not with horses. Okay. These are $2. I think these are 70s. And to me, the pattern looks like a mushroom. They're plastic or some type of acrylic, brown and white, wire. They're not light, but they're not heavy. Here's the back. And I really feel like that's supposed to be a magic mushroom. So maybe the 70s based on that, maybe the 80s. And these are about 3 inches long. $2. $2. Okay. If I could put them in the bag, I would. Sometimes I'm challenged. Okay. The 2 of these shiny brass tone, stretchy bracelets. $2 for both. I think they're pretty fancy for such a simple thing to go over your wrist. And if nothing else, they're plastic. So they look like metal, but they're plastic. So if nothing else, you could take them apart and use them for beads for $2. That's probably about 30 beads. Okay. Now, forgive me if tomorrow I wind up... Thank you, Jessica. Forgive me if tomorrow I wind up showing a couple of the same things. And if none of this sells, some of it may make an appearance on Friends Selling with Friends. I really like this. This is bright orange. Okay. This is an enamel-esque 1980s gold tone metal, no name. Super bright orange, which of course is not showing. Bangle. Fits on me. 7.25. $2. Okay. So y'all don't like my $1 and $2 items. That's okay. I tried. I tried high end, low end. Oh, Karen. Karen, I didn't even think about that this was orange. It's like a sherbety orange. It is. Thank you, Karen. I wasn't targeting you. It was in my basket way before I knew you'd be in here. Enamel bracelet. Thank you, honey. Okay, Jessica. I'll see you when you get back. Right. I'm going to move into some $3. And like I said, because today and tomorrow is clearance, they're going to be shorter days than, my usual 2 to 3 hours of just having a good time. I usually really take my time. And I prefer it that way. But I'm trying some new things here. And I do need to clear. I do need to clear items. Okay, let's put it up here. So all of these are $3, just like Miss Karen did. You put the name of the item in the chat. And I don't do recaps. So if you want to see what you missed from today's $1 and $2, go back to the beginning and come back. It won't take that long. This is it doesn't say Avon. And in fact, it's older. Pinback. It's from the early 60s. Beautiful burnished red metal rose brooch. It is about 1.5 inches. $3. And it's a pretty one. That's pretty. But I haven't had any luck with it. I got it in a lot. And I'm kind of at this point of wanting to have less inventory. But also, if something hasn't sold within a certain amount of time, whether I lose money or not, it needs to go. I'm just at that point. I just don't have enough brain space. I don't have a big storage. I don't want to. My daughter would kill me. Oh, she'd kill me. These are heavy. I think these are from the 60s, possibly early 70s. It's a really nice clear rhinestone, silver tone, graduating rhinestone sides on the bottom. Let me show you one that always works better. They're very well made. They are a little heavy. They are wires. Here is the back. And these are slightly longer than the magic mushrooms. So maybe 2 1/4. Not shoulder dusting, but almost. And they've got the movement I like. $3. Woo! Got caught in my hair. Okay. Yeah, so none of this, just so everyone knows, with the exception of a couple items, none of this is like really high-end makers. Really high-end costume jewelry. What am I trying to say? Collectible maker. Like Napier, yada, yada. But that doesn't mean it's not fantastic. Here is this double entwined plastic, shiny, kind of gold flecked rose brooch. I really like this. This is, again, I can see the pin back coming out. So this is going right into the beginning of the 70s. Very lightweight. It's about 1.5 inches long. there is the pin back. Can y'all see that? There you go. It's just poking out. Poke it. Where is it? I can't move my nail over there. Poking out right there. So, I like this. $3. How about this? Maybe y'all would like this for $3. You could use these, again, for beads. I have been collecting up my own pieces of vintage to repair and vintage beads. And this winter, I'm going to be having a blast. I might start a vintage crafters channel for jewelry. Amethyst chips. This is an older one. Stretch bracelet, but it's older pieces. This white, it has some purple veins in it, but it might be like a crystal. I am unclear. But just for the beads, it's worth more than $3. And it's still pretty strong. $3. Put the item name in the comment. Okay. How about this? And I don't do recaps. I think this is really fun. This is more modern. Absolutely. You know what I suspect? I feel every time I look at this, I think of Mardi Gras and peacocks. So it's a big faux pearl. It's got some rhinestone type things embedded here. I can't tell if they're glass or plastic. Rhinestones on the top. It's almost like a double flower. I love the colors. And here is the back. Like I said, a lot of this came in lots. Oh, and it's also a pendant. Wait a minute. Hold on. It's also a pendant. There you go. And this is about almost 2.5 inches. I think it's really pretty. Just like that. Talk to me, Seymour. Talk to me, somebody. What's going on out there? Good, Karen. Okay. Oh, look at this. Hey, Brittany, what's going on? Hi. Yeah. Okay. So here's the deal. This is this bracelet with this pink kind of, I don't know what to call it. It's not paper, but this is applied over top of it. So it's like this champagne pink. They all are together in one piece. They don't separate. There's 5 gold tone. But here's what I just noticed about this. It's small. This does not fit on my hand. So I would go with a size 6.5. But here's what I just noticed. And I think this got this way from hanging out without me putting it in a bag. This needs to be glued down. That's all it is you just need some epoxy, Gorilla Glue, whatever, glue it on. And because it has that, and I'm not going to do it for you, $2. $2. And it just kind of gets all wound together like that. $2. And I will make sure no more of it comes off, but I'm not going to glue it back together. $2. Happy Thursday. Thank you, Brittany. I appreciate it. Okay. I'm going to do 2 of these. And then we're going to move to higher priced items. I love the colors on this one. And the majority of these items I got in lots, and or I paid more, but it's time to let them go. So this green with the purple is actually, you see my nail polish and how it changes colors. This is a color chrome nail polish. That's one of my favorite. I call it a scarab beetle. So I love this color. Stretch bracelet. I absolutely love that color. Be a really nice fall color. And then, so like Brittany, hi Brittany. Well, thank you for coming to my channel. Brittany, if you want any item, you need to put the name of the item in the chat and then send me your information, which if I don't take the start $3 off, you don't know what my information is. So all of these are $3. And then if you claim an item, Brittany, you know the drill. You just email me your name, your real name, your YouTube name, real name with address and shipping. And below that, your PayPal email address by this evening. Thank you. This is a really cool, like blue with a champagne crystal with kind of crackle beads on a stretch necklace. And this matches my eyes. Although they're not as blue as that. Wouldn't that be awesome? I would need some of those colored contact lenses. Bye, Brittany. See you later. Have a great day. Thanks for popping in. Appreciate it. I wasn't saying you had to register. I was just saying if you... Yeah. I wasn't telling you had to register, nor that you had to buy. Just that if you did, that is what you would do. Have a great day, Brittany. Okay. Sometimes I worry that people are hearing the wrong thing because I'm moving fast. You never know. You never know. Okay, we're still on $3, and we're going to move over to the next price range. These are definitely some 80s, but my God, they've got it going on. I mean, they did a really good job of bringing back what to me is very much like the Gilded Age look. They're layered. The rhinestones are of good quality. And they're just about that long. About 2.5 inches. 2.5 inches. Here's the back. And I can just tell from the construction, these could be 80s. They could possibly even be 70s. One of the things, and because, I have not been able to sell them, one of the things that throws me off is resellers can buy these in bulk, these plastic caps, and throw them on. And then it makes it a little harder to date it. But because these just have so much beautiful bling going on, yeah, my feeling is 80s. So that's what I'm going to say. And I could be totally wrong, but they're certainly not like the Gilded Age. 1920s. No, they're not. Okay, so that was $3. I'm going to move to $5. Well, heck with that. I'm going to do one more $3 because I'm doing this whole thing over again tomorrow. One more $3. Again, I think this is great. Who the heck this is, I don't know. It's got a toggle. It's a bracelet. It's definitely more modern, but it's very well made and it's super fun. You got a teenager in your life? College kid? Purple plastic rhinestone piece. This is like a lotus, kind of a universal symbol for, meditation piece. I don't know if this is supposed to be a tulip. I do not know. I do not know. And then you've got a shield with an orange plastic piece. And, like a shield, like a family crest. That looks very much like a cross to me. Some stars. You've got this fleur-de-lis. Yeah, so altogether you've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 charms. In the backs of the charms, like the piece actually has a design in case they flip over. That one doesn't. This one is double-sided. This one has a whole nother design. Whoop! Hold on. On the back, it's a different shield with definitely a cross. In fact, I think that's upside down. Interesting. And this has, my fingers are not cooperating, has this on the back. And it fits me. And it makes a lot of noise. And it's just fun. I mean, a lot of what I'm bringing today is just fun. Some is, 80s, 90s, and other stuff is much older than that. You can tell I don't usually go this fast because I'm tripping over my words. I also had a acupuncture treatment yesterday afternoon, and one of the places where they put a needle in over here, woo, it hurt bad all night. And on top of my head right here, wowzer. I woke up today, the first 4 or 5 hours, and I was just like, whoa, my body, my head. So I'm trying to drink a lot of water, and that's part of why I'm having a fast sale, because I'm like, oof, I need to rest. I guess those needles moved stuff all around. I don't know. Okay. Starting in the $5 box now, y'all. Anyone like the number 5 better? Hey, sis, when are you gonna go see the GG again? And what the heck is the great granddaughter's name if you're still here? I don't know that part. Girl, I need to call you on the phone. Okay. So just for a second, this starts the $5 round. Okay. Now the reason I'm not leaving that on the screen is because it takes away my email. And I don't do recaps. So you can always go back to the beginning and drop an item in the chat, and I will happily bring it back up for you. Now, this is a Monet, and this is from the 60s. A stylized swirled gold heart. 60s, the pin back goes out here. This is the Monet. Boom. It is about 2 1/4 inches, almost 3. Well, 2 1/2, almost 3. And it's lightweight Monet. And I know it's older. It's got a copyright because of the pin back. Pretty on the coat. Okay. Just because we're doing that, and this matches $5. for this 90s stylized machine cut Power Rangers. I always have to say that when I do this. Wonder Woman bracelet. It fits me easily, and you could open it up or close it. So I'm a 7.25. You could get this on a 7.5, and you could probably take it down to a 6.75, but no smaller than that. And it's about 2 inches across. $5. $5. Okay. I have random stuff happening. I love these. These are, I think they're artisan, but they might be a maker. They might be. I mean, I get fooled. I don't know everything. They are copper with some brass, is what I believe. Wire earrings. It's easier always if I just show you one. They have a lot of movement, which I love as you're walking and they move. They're long. It might just be a copper patina color, but some of the metal is a copper color. So I think it's kind of both. These are tiny little seed beads. Here is the back. And they are this long. So they're actually going just about a half an inch above my shoulder. So these are about almost 3 inches long. They would definitely go with the color I'm wearing today. Okay. Y'all are a tough crowd. Yeah, my Lord. I do have some vintage, but, it's in the little bit higher bins. Okay. What am I in? $5. $5. These are pierced earrings, kind of a lever back. They are more contemporary. They have beautiful purple and white rhinestones. And they're dainty. These are maybe half an inch. And they're super comfortable on. $5. Drop the item in the chat. You can drop the item in the chat at any time, and I will come back to it. Okay. $5. Early 1960s. Black and white. Enameled pin. I really like this design. And I'm sure I paid at least double for this piece. It is 2 inches in diameter. Here is the back. It is right after the swedge back. That's why I'm dating it to the 60s. $5. These go for at least double that, even still today. They do. This one has a tiny spot missing right there, but when you're looking at the overall thing on someone's shirt, you are not noticing it. Nope. $5. Drop it. Enamel pin, black and white. However you want to describe it, we'll figure it out. What else do I got going on? I got a lot going on. That's the thing. I love this. This is older. I don't know. 50s, or it could actually be much older. And I'll tell you why I think that in a minute. So this is a polished brass, but really shiny. So it leads me to believe it has like some copper mixed in with the brass to create the shiny. And then this long plume. A plume is a feather in Paris, right? In French, a plume. Something like that. Is gorgeous with those rhinestones. And it is a brooch. Now, the pin back just sticks out. So it's at least in the 60s. And the reason why I think there's copper, and even that it could be older with this possibly filed down, is because the amount of green patina that is coming through right there. Almost looks handmade because they did this divot in the molding process. And it is with the plume about 2.5 inches. And you could wear it however one would want. Stands up high. But I'm striking out. You guys do not like my clearance items. Somebody tell me what you don't like about them. No, be honest. Is it because they're too contemporary? Because it can't be the price. I don't think so anyway. Help me understand. Is it, a lot of this is stuff I've had for a long time, or like I said, that I got in a lot. But what is it you don't like? I generally sell much older and higher end, but I'm just curious. What is it you don't like? If you don't tell me, then I cannot curate appropriately for you, right? And Lord knows I don't want to, throw out all this inventory. I could make mystery bags, but I've tried that and I haven't found that it does a lot of good. So this again, this is another one of those Ermish, but it has the AB crystal and this gold tone. And you know what? This can be 3. This one with the AB crystals and the kind of Asian looking gold beads. I don't even know who this company is. I know they're contemporary. This can be 3. I've brought a bunch of these. You could just stack these up. I brought a bunch of them today. Let's see. I'm not going to spend too much more time in the $5. I'm going to move along. This is because I'm doing the same thing tomorrow, and I separated all of this and put it all together. Hopefully I'll keep it. So this is a thing. Karen. I totally get that. So this is an interesting thing. Okay, it says it is a jewel cade Jewel, Kade. And on the front, it says JK. Right, listen to me. I've never seen anything like this. So, JK. I'm pretty sure that's pewter. See that? I don't know who they are. And then it's this very thick, almost like hand wrapped, like it was a small company or just a unique artist. I don't know. I didn't research it. Very thick. That's like 1/4 of an inch. On this side, this is glass. On this side, it has the faceted cut with rhinestone peace sign. And on this side, and I'm assuming it's meant to be a pendant, it has a pink rose with little words. I cannot read the words for the life of me. And it is about 1.5 inches in diameter. $5. Again, I think this would be really fun in a window. I think it would be fun on a necklace with a heavier chain for a kid, a teen. Yep. Okay. So, as I said, look, y'all, I got 3 categories left. How long have I been on? 52 minutes. I'm doing good. Karen, how's your chickens? How's your chickens doing? How's the rooster? Okay. How's your new dang house? You know what? I really need to call you. That's the bottom line. We keep trying to talk and somehow not quite getting there. So all of these next items for a little bit all start at 10. You drop in the chat if you're interested. So far, oh, wow. I'm sorry. So far, I have struck out. I know I'm bringing rock bottom prices. I know it's not turquoise or, because it's not. But this is crushed turquoise. It is gold tone. When was it made? I don't know. It is one of those push pins. It doesn't have any maker on the back. I think it's kind of fun. About 1.5 inches. Matches my shirt. Nice. Good job. Glad to know that. But yeah, I need to actually call you. Okay. These are $10. Now, these are old vintage. These are probably 50s. I love these, but I gotta have so much storage. Obviously, there's 2 of them. It is old plastic, wire wrapped around the edges, gold little danglies, hand painted little flowers, rhinestones. It's a sombrero. Rhinestone here. The type of wire back that hooks in and locks. And there is 2 of them. I have never seen, here's the back, earrings like these. I'm sure they were a tourist item somewhere in South America in the 50s, 60s. I think they're great. Totally lightweight. Inch and a half. Inch and a half. And how fun is that? I think they're a heck of fun. But, that's me. Woo-wee. Y'all are a hard crowd. It's been a hard crowd for a long time. A long, long time. Let's see. What do I got down here? I got a lot of stuff, so I'm trying to, I want to bring, oh, good Lord. Hold on. There you go. $10. That is a pewter, very thick mother of pearl. Not plastic, but actually mother of pearl. Post back earrings. I'll take one off. They're slightly heavy. The post backs say Premier Designs, but whether they are or not, no idea. Because they could be any back just thrown onto an earring. I don't trust post backs at all. $10. I think this goes with any style of anything you want to wear. They certainly match my rings. A little over an inch. Little over an inch. Nobody is bold enough to tell me if they just hate all this stuff. I mean, so this has been my dilemma. I have always loved vintage costume jewelry. I have sold costume jewelry and vintage costume jewelry for 40 years or more. And so I started with household and a little jewelry, but mostly household. Household stopped doing so well because of shipping. So I changed to just jewelry. Seemed to do better with shipping. Changed to just costume jewelry, but on the lower end. Well, I had a lot of sales. Then I started moving to higher end. Still had a lot of sales. Then my father passed. I went away for a while. Grieved. Still grieving. And I came back on and I pushed up. I lost a lot of people. I'm starting to get them back. Then I pushed up what I was investing in and what I was buying to be vintage, but even higher quality. And nobody likes that. So I don't know what I'm doing wrong. So I'm just going to keep doing me and assuming it's the economy and not me. I love this. $10. Probably a 90s, maybe a 80s. Brilliant. Layered faux pearl with tiny white rhinestones. I can't believe there's not a maker and it's a little heavy because look at all the layers. I mean, why bother if it had to have been sold at a department store. And it's big. It's a big one. This is about 2.5 inches in diameter. And I've never bought this for 10. At least I'm pretty sure I have not. Maybe 12 or 13, but not 10. Because it's worth more if it was on eBay. It's worth more. So let's see. Where am I at? What am I doing? What am I doing, y'all? Anyone know? Anyone want to help me out? How about this stretch bracelet of some stone? I don't know what the stone is. $10. Yellow and black. And some kind of light brownish gray. It's not dyed because this black is a matrix type color. I actually really like this one. If anyone knows what this stone is, let me know. And last stretch bracelet I'm going to show today. I'll probably show this again tomorrow. This is Tiger's Eye. This is a really nice, shiny Tiger's Eye. Stretch bracelet, $10. The beads, take it apart. Use the beads on a project. Why is the golden? There you go. Sincerely, I don't wear stretch bracelets. I like bangles. Look, I found these. I did try to sell these at one point, I think once. And I was going through stuff. I'm putting all my jewelry back into bins and getting it sorted. This is a bamboo with silver wire. These are old. And I saw them and I was like, why the heck am I selling those? So I wear bangles, not stretch. But if you craft, $10 for the Tiger's Eye. Okay. Or if you want to wear it, totally up to you. Let's see. Okay. This is $10. Put the item in the chat. I don't do recaps. Go back to the beginning when I was in the $1. Drop it in the chat. I don't do recaps. I'll be doing the same thing tomorrow. I need this stuff gone. Help me, y'all. I feel like I got good prices going on. This is a necklace with this. It's very light, kind of chalky stone. Is it supposed to be green? Is it dyed? I don't know. The thing that keeps popping into my brain is soda light. And then these beads, which are not focusing well, are kind of like a crackly green. There you go. The spacers. They may be a dyed bead. I'm not sure. So it's a heavy, long necklace. silver tone on the toggle. Again, it goes with what I'm wearing. How is this possible? How does everything match what I'm wearing? So it is about 20 inches. Yeah. Thumbs up. I paid double. I paid double that. I did. Hi, Steph. What's going on? I saw you earlier when you sent our friend a kiss this morning. So, what are you asking me? This was a $10. Can you have the, oh yeah, the black and white? I was really surprised about that one. So the one for $5, right? This one, Steph? Just say yes. I'm going to mark it down, but I'm sure that's what you meant. I love this. I'm so glad you appreciate it. Okay. For $5. And thank you for, if you're buying from me, then I know my prices are okay. And then, yeah, the pearl. I love this pearl. Where'd it go? But no one, has been buying. So this beautiful one, yes, Steph? This multi-layered, really large one as well. And this one started at 10. I'm sure that's the one you mean. Fantastic. Thank you, Steph. I appreciate you. Pearl cluster rhinestone. Hi, Frank. To go hold wires for Kurt. Oh my God. This one is 10, Steph. Is that okay? This one is 10. Karen, don't hold any live wires and don't let them check your shorts. It's okay? All right. I believe it's worth it. I do. I wouldn't, I was asking 20. So, and my price is a little higher than you, but also very comparable. Okay. Listen, y'all, this is my last $10 item I'm showing today, and it'll probably repeat tomorrow. And let me remove the $10. Oh, Lordy. Frank, how are you today? I didn't see you earlier this morning when Steph came in and gave Tanya, because she was sorting, I don't know, like 100, 200 single, but there were pairs in there. Sterling earrings this morning. Oh my Lord, there was some gorgeous stuff. All right. These handmade shoulder duster, gold and bright orange, not light orange. There you go. Bright orange. This reminds me of my dear friend who was a deadhead and followed them around selling jewelry like this that she made that took hours and hours. She was my best friend. I helped her hospice and pass. She was an early 80s case of HIV AIDS before the medicines were tolerable. And see, these are shoulder dusters. They're like 4 inches long. Good, Frank. So these are 10. I miss my friend, but and they have little flowers at the end, and they're on wires. My friend, her name was Diane. She was such a beautiful person, and she taught me so much about courage and about dying when I was in my 30s. And yeah, it was, it sounds like terrible. It was terrible. But what a blessing to have understood how death works at such a young age and to be able to hold that space for someone else. She gave me a gift that I was able to then repay to both my parents. Okay, so Steph is over here claiming things. Hold on, Steph. I gotta get back to wherever. Okay, so Steph, pineapple, mother of pearls. MOP. I love these, and they're so tiny, and $2. I'm with you. Okay. And the Pegasus combo. Oh my God. Oh yeah. Steph, who is that? Steph, please, dear God, is this Chanel, Ralph Lauren? You have those pineapples? Frank, get out. And this was, $2. Steph, is this Ralph Lauren? Who is this? I honestly, because the chain is gone, even though you can take the thing off on the ring, this is the first and only time I ever bought them. I got them in a lot. Steph, please tell me who the maker is. Ralph Lauren? Driving me nuts. Okay. Okay, moving on. Oh, you know what? I bought this recently, and I know I paid more than 10, but this is going to be my last Frank. I love pineapples for eating, or I did my whole life. But once I turned, I got into my 50s, they do the thing where it tenderizes my mouth. Pineapple has that enzyme where you can tenderize meat. It tenderizes my mouth, and so do figs if they're not ripened enough. And it's like, what? Took away some of my best stuff. Amethyst stretchy. Yes. Again, exactly, Steph. Steph has a good eye. Yep. Steph, you have a good eye. See, you're doing what I do, and good for you. These are fantastic. Okay. This is my last. I appreciate you, Steph, very much. And Frank, you're always a hoot. So I just got this, but it's going to be 10. I've only shown it. In fact, you know what? I don't even know if I've ever shown it. It is by Hotcakes. Hotcakes Design. So, it's relatively new. I believe the clasp right down here says 925. That said, I don't know enough about Hotcakes Design. It might be a sterling silver clasp, but is all of this sterling silver? No idea. I have my tester, but I'm afraid to use it, which is just preposterous. It has this pretty lady hanging out, glass and plastic, and I think this might be dyed coral. Here's the back. It might be silver. I don't know. And why testing freaks me out, I don't know. I mean, I see Steph. Hold on. I see Steph. I see so many people. Tanya, Doug, they just have their tester thing over here. They don't have gloves. We all wear glasses. And you just test it. But on the kit, there's this huge warning that says, caustic. Don't get it on your hands. Don't get it on your skin. Don't get it on your eyes. And so I'm like all freaked out. Steph, tell me I don't need to be freaked out and I'm not going to burn my hands by putting a tiny drop on a stone and rubbing some metal. Please, dear God, I need a tutorial. Please, dear God. Okay. Oh, the peace sign charm bracelet? Yeah, that too. I got to find Steph. Where was it? Wait a minute. Was it this one? For in the $3 my box. Uh-oh. Hold on. I have all these things in boxes with sticky notes and it went upside down. So I'm thinking it was this one. Just have to find the dang peace sign. This one for $3. Yes, Steph? I love this bracelet. And the sound it makes. And it's heavy. Okay. Peace charm bracelet. Thank you, Steph. $3. Steph, I mean, honestly, I've been asking like $10 for this for 4 months. Nobody seems to care. So, Pamela. Hi, Pamela. How are you this afternoon? Okay. And copper umbrella. Yeah. Yet another one. Steph. Yep. I've actually only shown those. Where'd they go? I have to find them. Uh-oh. Where did I put them? Hold on. I will find them. I'm sure they're over here. Yep. I love these copper umbrella earrings. And I got to tell you that if I didn't have, I mean, I have 5 boxes. What is happening? I got to, oh, Lord. Excuse me. Sorry. I had get frozen shoulders and my, I had acupuncture yesterday. And my shirt got caught on this beautiful brooch on my sweater. And just holding my shoulder like that, it just snapped like a rubber band. Okay. So, Steph, I love these. I have like 5 boxes of my own personal jewelry. Plus, I sell jewelry for, 35 years. These, correct? So I'm just like, I don't need all this, man. I'm not keeping it. No. But I love these. These are ones I would be wearing. And they're not too heavy. And those were 5, Steph. 5, Steph. And I like umbrella. Good term. Umbrella earrings. That's a good descriptor. Okay, now, Miss Pamela. Both of my $3 earrings. Uh-oh, Pamela. Pamela. Now, I'm going to turn all the way around in my chair because of the way that just went out. And I'm not doing that again. Hold on. Pamela. I think, God, that box just does not want to behave. Okay, Miss Pamela, I think I got to catch up to this before I move on to $12. Miss Pamela, I think you were speaking of these rhinestones. So just say yes. And they were $3. I think those were the ones I showed, but I need confirmation. Okay. And then, oh, not these ones. Wait a minute. See, that's part of the, where to go? Pamela, help me. Why, oh why, in this box falling in and my shoulder doing that all at the same time is bad timing. Pamela, where'd they go? Hey, oh, Pamela, was it the ones with the rhinestones? I was thinking of the mushrooms, but I think that's in a whole different category. Pamela, was it these? I think so. Just say yes or no. I think so. Oh, good. Okay. And then the hat. Okay. Silver long rhinestone earrings. And then rhinestone bling. I love these blings. 3, 3. And then the hat. And I love the hat. I love that you love the hat. Because I love the hat. Where'd you go, Miss Hat? Here you go. $5. The hat is $5. No. Oh, you want the hat. And I still haven't got to the mother of pearl earrings. You want the hat. Hat brooch for $5. So 2 earrings, hat brooch for $5, mother of pearl earrings for $10. Oh, good Lord. You don't know how many things I have in this box. I'm so sorry. Mother of pearl. Oh, these ones, Pamela, right? These on like the pewter. Yes, Pamela, love these. Yes. Thank you, Pamela. Thank you very much. And thank you, Frank. Excellent. Okay. Boom. Take a drink of water. Caught up. And thank you all for doing that, for doing exactly what I asked, which is to, I don't do recaps. So, go back to the beginning and look. Okay. So now we're getting into the start at 12. And I will put it on the screen so we all know. In a new category. And then I have $15. So I'm going to be on another maybe half hour. I think this is 70s, 80s. And I'm pretty sure it wasn't made in this country. I love this really beautiful burnished gold tone bow with these Capodimonte pink and then yellow ceramic roses with leaves. There is no damage. There is no damage. It is about 2 inches across and 1.5 inches long. Look at that. I think there's a name on the back. Wow. I've never noticed that. Here is the back. And as you can see, you see the big blob. That is just really interesting. It doesn't poke out or stick out, but just the way this, so it's not like a mold or machine. It almost seems more artisan made. And I swear this is $12, but I swear, let me just see if this whole time I've been missing that there's a name on there. Not that it matters because I'm clearing it. It's on clearance. I can't tell if that's scratches or it's a name. It might be a name. At any rate, it's 12. It's so nice. And to find this ceramic with no damage, it's thick. It's lovely. Okay. Putting it down, putting it down, putting it down. There you go. So $12. The lowest I've ever asked for this is $15. It is a Monet. With a rhinestone and a shepherd's hook. It also has the M for Monet. I think this is a 90s Monet gold tone necklace. It's got the little pearl balls, the greenish, smoky rhinestones with the little ball chain. 2 sets of this. There, it's glass. It's 6. So 1 pair, 2 pair, 3 pairs, and then down here at the bottom is this beautiful cut with a rhinestone cap pendant drop. It is glass. There is no damage. And it is more of an olive green, not an amber. And how long is it? I mean, it does have this like 1-inch extender. It is about probably in between 16 and 18 with the extender and with this drop. So it would come down to right about here, $12. And this needs to go. Oh, it does have a bag. I was about to say, why is this not in a bag? It's a lovely piece. I mean, I was very surprised I could not sell it at $15. Okay. Another $12 item is this. And again, is this Premier Designs? Yes, I think that's Premier Designs. But it might be some other company. It's just not my forte. On this gorgeous wrapped mesh with these shepherd hook, it's about a 3-inch extender. This fantastic caps, double mesh, they're hollow, blackish brass, Celtic knot on the bottom. And it is about 16 inches. And I think that's backwards. Yep, that's backwards. I love this. I love mesh, and I love this big knot. So 16 inches, it would come to right like here. Okie dokie. Let's keep going, y'all. Little bit more, little bit more. What is this? Nope, that's in the wrong. This $12. $12. Denise always says something American dollars, no pesos. At this point, I don't know. Is pesos maybe going to become worth more than the dollar? I really hope not. I'm getting nervous. This government shutdown is starting to freak me out. But we won't go there because we're in a fun vintage world. So this, I don't know the maker. I would say this is from the early 2000s. I think it's fun. It's some plastic, some glass, some wood. I call it a blue bubble necklace. $12. And it is going to hang right like that. And so, you know, if you want to be fancy, but not be too worried about whatever, or you just want to stand out with your winter sweater, there you go. $12. Oh, let's do, so I got this. I think I paid $12 for this. The back is, who is this? Elizabeth. That can't be right. Hold on. Yes, it is. It's a Claiborne. Claiborne, even though you're not going to see it very well. Copyright Claiborne. And, you know, it's probably, well, no, the pin back pokes out. So you know what? This is from the 60s. Claiborne. And it's a gold and silver 2 elephants. It's a little bit heavy. It is 2.5 inches long. And it is, I'll show you the pin back. It is from the 60s. See how far the pin back comes out? So, I mean, I haven't looked this up online, but I bet it's worth more than $12. I really like it. They're so sweet. I love elephants. Okay. This is a great piece. I paid more than $12 for this. This is from the 70s. I got 2, and I know how much I paid. I got 2, and I kept the one that I really love, and I do wear it. This is that old artisan-made copper bracelet. I want to, hold on. Oh, there we go. Ooh, much better. There you go. I love this. And it has, one of the ways you can tell also that it's older, because it has these bump outs that kind of meant to hold it on your wrist. See the hammered and the braided copper? Definitely an artisan piece. And if this doesn't sell by tomorrow, this is going to be something that goes elsewhere entirely. $12. Okay. Oh, man alive. I love this. I used to wear this. I've had this since the 80s. I guess I don't have the right crowd for it, which is fine. I mean, we all have different people. We have different people interested in different things. But I've had this since the 80s. And let me try to get it untangled. I know that it's a handmade piece. They took some old vintage, kind of like West Germany, Hong Kong, or Japan beads, and then used super teeny tiny, almost looks like tiger's eye, but it's just golded bronze teeny tiny seed beads. Now there is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 strands here. And some of these beads are plastic, some are glass, and you have like this one has the flecks on it, the gold flecks. This is glass. This is a much older bead. Really interesting. It's hard to show this very well. I do have my necklace. This is glass. And look at these tiny seed beads. It is on a, I think this was made in the 70s, even though I found it at a thrift store in the 80s. It's on a shepherd's hook. And it hangs just like this. Yep. 12 bucks. About 18 inches long. It's just not quite the style of jewelry I wear anymore. And I put it in my stuff to sell for long enough. Long enough. No, I love this. $12. This is contemporary 100% for sure. And I'll tell you how I know. I can tell by the material, but I love it. It's magnetic. This is the front. It's a piece of orange glass. I think it's really well made. I wish that it had a maker. Here is the back. Very kind of Asian in style, right? 5 chains, and it just goes on like that. Up, up, up. Trying to keep it away from my computer. And then it catches. And this is glass. It's not plastic. 12 bucks. Okay. Put it away and put it away from my computer. Is that even a thing anymore, you guys? Is that even a thing? Yeah, I wish I was getting more comments. It would just help with my algorithm. My algorithm. $12 for this 1960s moving into 70s unmarked. Huge cabochon rhinestone double flower brooch. I love this. Reminds me of a Monet. But there is no markings. It's about a little over 2 inches long and 2 inches tall. Okay, I'm going to do, this is a really interesting piece. I don't think I've ever even shown this. And then I'm going to do a few $15 items and go rest my shoulders. Eat some lunch. So this is a really interesting necklace to me. I did see something similar to this when I was prowling eBay in the middle of the night recently, but it had like kind of stones in it. Here's the kind of shepherd, not shepherd. Here's the lobster claw. Here is the 2-inch extender. I have not polished it. It's on a skinny snake chain. And here's the bottom. And it is made so that this part is separate. So these aren't going to slide up and down that way. It is on metal. And I got to tell you, I never tested this to see if it had any sterling silver. So I have no idea. But I love the way it looks. I don't know. It's very lightweight, which, given how lightweight it is, tends to make me feel like sterling silver. But then there's some stuff on the back that makes me feel, no, it's not. And it's probably, without the extender, about a 15-inch. With the extender, it could go down to about right here. $12. Yeah, I've never bought this. Never bought it before. And based on the bag it's in, I think I know where I got it. However, I could have got it at a thrift store. Next week when I go down to the Bay Area, I am going to hit up all my old favorite thrift stores, y'all. Oh, I forgot something. I forgot a $10 item. And you know what? Seeing as how I forgot it, I'm just going to put it back in the $10 and show it tomorrow. Because I still have a ton of things to show tomorrow. Okay. This is $12. It is a Sarah Coventry Remembrance brooch. That is faux plastic, faux pearls, meant to look like turquoise. Sarah Coventry, and they are called Remembrance brooches. There is the back. There is the Sarah Coventry. It is a gold tone. It stands up. I'm not taking it out of the bag, but I will if you want me to. It is about 2 1/4 inches. It is also, well, here, hell with it. And then I'll heck with it. Sorry, my shoulder hurts. I didn't realize that was going to happen. It's going to show the colors much better if I do this. I love the colors. It really makes it look like robin's eggs. The blues and grays and whites, or chicken eggs. And it is a brooch and a pendant. It's meant to be that way. Okay, let's do some $15 items and move on ahead. I hope everyone is still doing well out there. I hope you can hit the thumbs up. Please and thank you. And thank you to everyone who's been here, hung in with me, and purchased from me. I appreciate it. That's a $12 item. That's $12. That can come back later. Okay. This is a $15. So we are now starting in the $15. And I'm going to do, if I can type. I can't type. Come on. I should have been saying this the whole time. $15 item. So I don't do recaps. Anyone who's come in, I don't do recaps. I only do recaps when I am selling with other friends, like I will be doing Tuesday the 28th, Friends Selling with Friends. No, they don't do recaps. But I was just on with Becky and Randy, Becky's Vintage and More and Randy's Moon Crafts. They do recaps. When people invite me to their channel, or I invite other people, which I'm starting to reach out now, and they like to do recaps, then I do recaps. Otherwise, I don't. So if you have just come in and I have done $1, $2, $3, $5, $10, and $12 clearance items, you can go back to the beginning and buzz through on super fast setting and drop in the chat anything you might be interested in. Or you can email me later and tell me that you're interested. And but please email me, and then email me all your information. So these are Ralph Lauren, RLL. These are old. These are tortoiseshell. These are spectacular hoop earrings. They are $15. That is a big designer name. They're relatively early in his career, so I have not looked these up, but I suspect they're worth a little more than 15. They are about a little over an inch wide. And I'm moving fast. Moving fast because I have so many items down here. Okay. This is a very old, late 50s, maybe 60s, maybe earlier than that, stretch bracelet. It could be based on this red color, Bakelite. This is something I have had. I've never tested it, but it could just be plastic, could just be acrylic. This is something I've had in my box since I was selling on eBay beginning in 2001. And I love the shape. I love everything about it. I just don't remember if it's Bakelite or not. But it is 15. Okay. This is 15. Even though I've been moving really fast and I still have half left of what I have not shown, I still wanted to leave a lot of things in their bags because otherwise they get tangled, they break, they chip, they knock into things. So this is clearly a modern piece. Is this another? See, they all can't be Premier Designs. One was hotcakes. One said Premier Designs on the earring back. One just had a symbol. This has this tiny little, it's like a crown. And I don't know what's going on. Hang tag. This is beautiful glass. I mean, these are essentially, this is a steel. This is essentially a wedding cake style. However, I don't know if it's more, I don't know if they're really old or if it's more modern. I don't know, but I love this. Here is this bead. Every bead is different. $15. Here is this. Here's this. It's just, there's a few beads in here. This has a flower in it. Again, like wedding cake. So I don't know. And bubbles. I don't know if it's a takeoff. because these are more modern, or if someone just mixed it up. See, look at this one. Flowers in there. No idea. And here's this, and here's the flowers. And here's this with white, encased white, and then these splotches of like a brownish tones. Here's more of that fritz, gold fritz. Here's a pink and copper. And see how it's not even? And these are all handmade beads no matter what. See that? I don't know. I don't know. I don't know, but I love it. I love that baby blue with just silver spaces. And I love these. Love these. Always have I loved these beads. And I know these are usually older. So if nothing else, and it has a, see, the extender looks old. I don't know. Look at this one. It's another one of those. So if nothing else, for $15, if you craft, you could take this apart and reuse the beads, which is something actually I could do. Fact of the matter is, if this doesn't sell by tomorrow, I have a bunch of old wedding cake beads and all kinds of other things. And I'm going to put it in my stuff to take apart, because I couldn't buy some of these beads. I mean, a bead like this would cost $2 to $3. And the ones with the flowers, a strand of them, like 12, might be near 20. So, yeah. And this is long. This is very long. This goes down here. So it's probably about 30 inches. Okay. 15. And they're all glass. All hand blown, hand painted. Fun, fun, fun. Okay. $15 for this late 1960s mother of pearl and poor man's diamonds marcasite dragonfly. It is about 1.5 inches long and 1.5 inches wide. It's so pretty. It's so pretty. I love dragonflies. We usually have a lot of them here where I live during the summer and then again in the fall. I haven't seen hardly any this year. Fact of the matter is, I've seen very few of a lot of the insects that I'm used to seeing this year. And it kind of makes me a little nervous. Like, is someone somewhere spraying poisons? Like, what's going on? I don't know. Okay, this is 15, and this is a bargain. I believe it is anyway. I believe this is 70s, maybe 60s, because of the kind of paper clip chain. Could be a repop into the 80s. And they have this plastic with the jump rings. This is plastic. This shape is plastic. Tortoiseshell plastic. Oh, I thought, I'm saying that. This is glass. I knew that some of this was glass. The tortoiseshell is glass. And kind of hand carved or poured into a mold. I'm not sure. So it goes on and on. So there's, it's long. Where is the beginning? Here you go. Let me get this. There you go. So it's kind of randomized. So here's glass. The black pieces are plastic. Here is another glass, and plastic. And so there you go. It's hanging very funny. And it makes a great sound, and it's long. Again, this is about 30 inches long. It could be 80s. This one's hard for me to determine. $15. Hard for me to determine. Okay. But I really like it. So there you go. I just showed that. I have less $15 than anything else because I was really going for the cheaper today. Let's do these two pieces and then I'm going to call it. This is Monet, probably 90s. I love the vine swirl look. And I love all these gorgeous pastel rhinestones making up the flowers and the leaves. It is raised. And it is about 2.5 inches. Pinks, blues, greens, and amethyst. And it's glass. 15. And my last item, look at that. I did a ton of items in 2 hours. And tomorrow I will be showing the ones I didn't show and perhaps revisiting a few of the ones I did show. So this is what is called liquid silver beads. They need a little bit of polishing. Very popular in the 70s on a barrel clasp. It's short. Coral, not dyed. Mother of pearl, and almost like I talked about this just the other day. It's almost like heishi, but not. Tiny white. I do not know what shell that is. And this side is orange, mother of pearl. And this side is your typical blue, gray, tiny bit of orange. And then it has the brown kind of outer shell color with some black. And it's pretty short. It's about a 16-incher. This is from the 70s. Possibly someplace like Hawaii. Very pretty. Okay. Well, that was my Fast and Furious today's speed round of clearance items. If you are watching on the replay or if you are watching now and you see anything else you're interested in, let me know. Send me an email. I will be doing the exact same thing tomorrow. Today, I had all these particular items out that I want to do a clearance. I may throw in some other items out of my cabinet tomorrow. and I may not. It depends on if my shoulders like don't just completely freeze up. I had 2 copper bracelets on my show. One had a turquoise looking stone on it, and the other was bigger. Oh, yes, I did, Pamela. Pamela, I totally did. And I organized everything. Well, half of everything. And I put those someplace. So let me make a note of that. So, Pamela, you didn't want the one with the turquoise. You want the bigger one for $33. Okay. Bigger copper bracelet. I will go look for that right now. I will. And like I said, tomorrow is the end of my 2-week Build-A-Box. And I will be taking everything down to the Bay Area, invoicing and mailing it out from there. I will be on tomorrow at 4:20 Pacific, 7:20 Eastern time. And then on the 28th, Friends Selling with Friends. And then next week, just Friday the 31st, because I'll be in the Bay Area and driving home Saturday or Sunday. I need to go down see my daughter, look at my family house that's gone, spend some time crying about some memories, and go thrifting. So that's what I'm going to do. So here's what I'm going to do, Pamela. I'm going to put sold. I haven't done this to anyone. Yeah, I haven't been putting in my solds because I've been moving so fast. Forgive me, y'all. Because this one's a higher dollar, I just want to get it in there. Thank you, Pamela. Thank you, everyone that bought. I'm sorry I didn't put solds in. I tell you what, I'm going to end the live, but I'm going to stay in the chat. And I'm just going to mute myself and remove myself. So I'll say, I'll see you tomorrow. And I'm going to go ahead and put sold in to everyone and what it was and the price, just so that it's on the up and up, because I forgot. Okay. Love you. Thank you. Please hit the thumbs up. Consider subscribing. And maybe I'll see you tomorrow. Maybe I'll see you in a couple hours or an hour somewhere else. Bye.